So this is Whitney with the Blerdspot podcast, and I am coming today with the interview with Samantha Inoue-Harte.
You got it! Sorry.
So I just want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Samantha Inoue-Harte. I've been working in the animation industry since the 90s and also in the anime industry simultaneously. I first started off as an animator in the late 90s, worked on projects like King of the Hill, Lilo and Stitch Part 2, got to do like a lot of classical 2D animation for the US side, and at the same time, like while I was doing animation, one of the producers came around and was like, "Wow, you have an annoying voice. You'd be perfect in anime." And so I started working over at ADV Films in Austin for Monster Island Studios. I've been in, I think, about like 500 different episodes of random shows, like Memphis the North Star, Final Fantasy Unlimited, and then it's like from there I branched into more video game roles, and so you can hear me in Wasteland 3, in World of Warcraft, and you hear me in a lot of like the Final Fantasy Chocobo related games, like Chocobo's Dungeon and Chocobo Racing, Chocobo Stallion, lots of Chocobos, lots of Chocobos. But I also got into live action acting, so you can see me in like True Grit or Jonah Hex. You can see me in a lot of like Robert Rodriguez movies. Fear the Walking Dead, things like that. So, all over the place.
A big Planet Terror fan, so yes.
Yes, I was one of the
infected girl.
I was one of the first zombies in the hospital scene, and you see me in several other sequences. Get to see me get shot to death on the big bridge.
Nice. So when we were looking you up, we noticed you love zombies.
I do.
So do we. We love zombies. It was like, okay, zombie. Okay, homegirl likes zombies, and I'm here for it. I am here for it because I love zombies myself. What's been your favorite show to be a zombie in?
So there was American Idol did some auditions in Austin, Texas a few years ago, and this was like right after or right before Planet Terror that we were filming, and American I'm not as big of a fan of American Idol, because a lot of it's So I was like, it would be kind of funny if we staged a zombie, attack on the contestants of American Idol.
Awesome.
And so we started recruiting people off of Craigslist to be zombies, and I was like, I'll make all of you guys into zombies because I do a lot of gore effects makeup.
Yeah, we noticed you do a lot of special effects.
Yes, I am all about making people like look like they're dead and shot up, and
that's that is awesome because that is a talent all in itself. Like I watch people do special effects on like Instagram, like they go live and stuff, and it's just like the level of talent that goes into that is just.
Which is hilarious because I can't do like nice eye makeup and like I look at YouTube tutorials on how to do nice pretty makeup, and I end up looking like a clown. I don't know how to do that, and I grew up around a lot of boys, so I never got into like doing makeup. But if you want me to make you look bruised up or like somebody got like an axe to your face, I can make you look like something out of like whether it's like bloated zombie that's been in the water for months or it's like dried up zombie, it's like in the desert or whatever. I can do all that.
It's like wedding makeup, not so much, but zombie.
Yes.
I'm who you need.
I am all about that. But yeah, we actually attacked American Idol And American Idol they found out about what was going to happen, and so they ended up videotaping it. So you can actually see, and if you go onto YouTube, you can find like video footage of the zombies attacking the contestants.
Oh, that's awesome, because we're definitely going to go look that up. So how did you get into voice acting, like exactly? I know you said someone said that your voice was annoying and you should do it, which I don't think it's annoying. I think it's cute. So how did that really go about? And did you have to do any audition, or they were just like, we want you?
So back when I first started getting into voice acting, hardly anyone was doing it. A lot of the studios were so desperate for voice talent that they were advertising in the Chronicle, which is like a weekly newspaper publication in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And every week they would be like, "Would you like to be a voice actor in Japanimation? And come over to our office in like the sketchy part of town where there's like lots of homeless people, and please come over at like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday." It's like an audition for this Japanimation. And so nobody wanted to do it. Like nobody. Like I was an animator, and my producer actually convinced one of the other animators to take me over to the recording studio, but I wasn't going to go on my own. Like they tried to they were like, "You should be in animation, it'd be awesome, you'd be great." And I'm like, "No, I've seen dubs, and dubs like bleh." It's like during the early 90s, it was
one
like,
of the most sought after things to be is a dub voice actor.
Well, now, yes. Back then,
Not so much.
One of the animators said, "Okay, we have to do this like animation drop. We have to send all these scenes." Because I was working at an animation studio. "We have to drop off these scenes over to FedEx." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, you can get in the car." And I was like, "Okay." And we drove past the FedEx building, and I was like, "There's the FedEx building." And we started going into the sketchy part of town, and I was like, "Am I gonna get murdered?
Did I just get kidnapped?"
Yeah, did I? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna be on a missing person on a milk carton? Or,
It's gonna be on Dateline.
I don't know you too well. I only work with you. This is kind of creepy. And so we went into this creepy building, and I walked in, and the producer just basically was like, "Here she is," and shoved me in to this office, and the office room was like about the size of this little space here. And it was dark. It was dark, and it had like a whole bunch of like Godzilla posters. And I literally thought, I was like, "Oh my God, no! I don't know."
This is a sketch.
Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone back then. I had like a pager, and I'm like going like, how do I contact people to let people know where I'm at? And then they were like, "Okay, yeah, let her into the sound room," and I didn't know what a sound room was. And so they pushed me into this whisper booth and shut the door, and I panicked. I was like screaming, and I was like trying to get out because I was stupid, and I didn't know that the door opened inward, and I was like trying to push the door open. Suddenly I saw through the window, people were pantomiming through the window, and they were like doing this. And I was like, "What are you doing? I don't know what you're saying." And then they were like pointing, and they were like doing this. And then I saw a pair of headphones, and I was crying. I put on the headphones, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." And they were like, "Okay, here, watch this cartoon. Like, when you see the scene, can you say these lines?" And I was like, "Okay." And so yeah, like my director, it's like had me watch this cartoon. And I started to calm down because I was like, "Okay, maybe I'm not gonna get murdered." And
That's gonna be shaky.
and like quite literally, it was like 2 weeks later, I got a call saying it's like, hey, yeah, you got the lead in this show, so and you
You know,
want
it's
to
like
do
after
it?
thinking you were getting kidnapped, and now you got the lead. So
Yeah,
I would say, you know, that worked out for you.
Yeah, it's
That
a lot
doesn't mean
different
y'all
now.
just go get into random cars, and if they take you to a back alley, you're going to be a voice actor. That's not.
Yeah, it doesn't work like
Doesn't
that.
work like that anymore. So you do special effects, animation, and voice acting. Which do you
I also do
prefer?
stunt work.
You also do stunt work. Which is your favorite?
I really like horses, so any like acting and stunt work relating to like horseback riding, like in True Grit and Jonah Hex and Appaloosa, those are a lot of fun because I like horses. That's kind of a thing. In Jonah Hex, I got to be a henchman. I got to be a chubby Mexican man with a big mustache. They had to bind my boobies.
You know, now we gotta go watch that just so I can be like, no, oh, right there.
I have to be short because like Michael Fassbender is not too tall, and they had to pick somebody who was short to make him look taller. But yeah, you can see me in there's a scene where it's like all the horse riders are trying to get onto the train, and that's like one of the scenes that you can see me like jump on a train.
All right, and since we have 2 minutes, what's the most difficult thing about being so multifaceted in the industry?
When people ask you what you do for a living.
That's the most difficult part?
Yeah, because it's like I never know how to start. I'm like, I do this and that and this and that, and they're like, and it's kind of like a menu where you're like, here's what I can do. It's like, and people are like, okay, so you're a voice actor. It's like, no, I just do that for part time. It's like I do this, and they're like, oh, but you're a voice actor.
So it always goes back to that. And just one last question before we have to get out of here. What's any advice you'll give someone trying to be an actor, voice actor, or even in special effects, just in the industry, period?
Oh, so there's these old Kicks commercials, those cereal commercials where it's like, you got the little kid and he sees this bowl of cereal and he doesn't know whether or not he wants to try it or not, and they're like, hey, get Mikey will eat anything. And they pass it to Mikey, and he eats it, and he's like, Mikey likes it. You kind of have to be Mikey. It's like you have to be able to try new things and look at all. There will always be an opportunity to get into something that you want to get into. You just have to be able to recognize what those opportunities are, and you have to actually sit there and do it. It's like, and because it's actually really easy to get your foot in the door. It's whether or not you can stay in that door, and being willing to take those chances, because it's like, oh hey, it's like my uncle has this thing, and he wants you to try doing this voice acting for this animated Christmas card that he wants to send out to the family. It's like goofy things like that. Say yeah, do it. Because it's like you never know who it's going to get sent out to, and things like that, where it's like I literally got into gore effects because I saw this, it's like I saw that Roy Lichtenstein's son was in town, Mitchell Lichtenstein, and that he was needing gore effects art, and I didn't know what I was doing, and they were like, would you like to try it? And I was like, sure, okay. And since then I've been doing gore effects.
That's awesome.
So, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, just saying yes to opportunities as they pop up.
And we thank you for joining us on the Blerdspot podcast. We are a very small podcast that's been going for about a year. And, it's really, really cool to meet, people in the industry and whatnot, and really get an opportunity to speak with you all. Because I mean, I've learned so much just listening to the panels, listening to you, and it's been a great opportunity, and we thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and we need more POCs in the film industry. We really do. Gosh, it sucks being like one of the tokens and like on a film set. You know, it's like, so if there's any opportunity where it's like, if there's like a POC, a blurred who wants to get into the industry and I'm working on something, like, have them contact me. I'll sit there, I'll bust my butt just so that way you can have an opportunity. Because like the thing is that in this industry, you know, it's like, a lot of people say it's like, oh, in order to have like get your foot in the door, it's like you have to have experience. But it's like, well, if you can't have those opportunities to have experience, then how can you get hired? You know, so it's like you have to find those allies who are willing to push people through the door. And so it's like, yeah, if I'm ever working on a project and somebody is like you know, somebody contacts me and they're like a POC, yeah, you can bet your sweet bippy I'm gonna, you know, like, get your butt over here. Come on,
we need more of that. Is there a way people can contact you?
I am weird about social media. I do have a Facebook, and yeah, you can reach me through Facebook. I live on Facebook. I don't have Instagram or Twitter.
That's fine. That's
or anything like that. But yeah, you look my name up, but I spelled it in Japanese. That's how you can find me. And I am very active in like the different POC casting groups and stuff like that. So it's like I'm always I'm tired of being one of the few POCs in my arena. And whether it's on the anime side of things or in video games or live action or gore effects, makeup or stunt work, it's like there just needs to be more. So yeah, contact me on Facebook or be a part of those groups. I'm normally there to give advice.
All right, we thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I talk too much.
No, it's perfect.
Can I take a picture of you guys before?
I'm still cheesing, like she could see it. Just like, oh wait, all you see is ball.